Hey there, it's MajorsMaskLink here, and today I finally present a new video. This one is all about Pokémon, a series that is very close to my heart even if I do have my fair share of complaints with it. But hey, Sinnoh remakes are looking awesome, at least in my opinion, and so is Pokémon Legends. But that is not what today's video is about. Instead of discussing the former, I think it would be much more interesting to go over and rank every single Pokémon that has ever existed. Now, by no means is this a revolutionary idea. Many before me have done it before and probably done it better. So, to make it more unique and interesting, I've decided to bring along 9 different people to help me rank all 151 Kanto Pokémon. Some ground rules before we start. Every Pokemon will be presented in chronological order with a format like so. Everyone in the video will have their own avatar, and the rating they give for the Pokemon will be shown here, so you can really see who tarnished your favorite Pokemon. Also, the overall score will be presented here along with more information on the Pokemon, such as the Pokedex entry and the name of the Pokemon itself. For every Pokemon, I will give a short description of the group consensus with a corresponding word that I have to include in that description. For each rating, I have given 2 adjectives to go along with it, so the descriptions themselves don't get redundant. I will try my best to be as creative and funny as possible with these descriptions. No promises though. And if this series does well enough, I will try to convince some of my fellow co-stars to potentially read out some lines as well, to make it more interesting, you know? Lastly, by the end of the video, I will give a quick overview of what we deem to be the top and bottom 5 of this generation. That's about it, so without further ado, let's jump into it. In all honesty, Bulbasaur is just the definition of a good Pokemon. Ivysaur, on the other hand, is the alright mid-evolution that no one cares about. Venusaur, on the other hand, is the better alright Pokemon that we care about a little bit more. It's Charmander. Of course it's a good Pokemon. Even so, the Charmander line is not immune to the alright mid-evolution. But hey, Charizard is amazing enough to make up for that. Yeah. We know our shit. Squirtle is great. Meanwhile, you're just alright. Oh, Blastoise, I wish I could deem you among the great, but you're stuck down here as just good. Keep your head high though, King. I mean, hey, the design has a bunch of O's on the body, just put K's beside them, and that's how we feel about this little guy. Metapod, you are barnacles. By far the best from this line, but alright at best. Shit. More shit. Even more shit. Okay, just kidding, this is a way better design. It's just a freaking bird. Pretty average, I guess. Pidgeotto, though. Now that's a good-ass evolution. Rat-terrible. And we thought it couldn't get any more shit. Oof, we got a bad boy Pidgey here. More creative endeavor, I will say, but still just average. With that facial expression, he's basically asking us to say he is terrible. Don't need to explain this one. It's in the name. Would you be surprised if we thought the mascot of Pokemon was pretty amazing? You know what? Raichu needs more love, okay? He's a good evolution. Sandshrew is decent. Sandslash is good. Now for the next 6, I don't have the mental fortitude to describe them properly, so I won't. Forgive me in advance. You're pretty average. You're also pretty average. But no disrespect to a queen, she's doing a good job making up for her uninspired evolution line. Hey, would you look at that? Deja vu. You're pretty average. You're also pretty average. Now, unfortunately, we fully mean to disrespect you. Doing a decent job is just not good enough to make up for your evolution line. Hey, you're alright, I guess. Oh god, puberty has treated you pretty badly. Aw, he's so cute. Yeah, this is a great Pokemon. Now that's what we call a classic Pokemon. And a Naruto character. Even though it's in Smash, it's alright at best. Why did you have to give Jigglypuff this barnacle evolution? If Zuko and Batman fused, am I right? Okay, just ignore that joke, please. I guess you could say it missed the goal. That's why it's pretty average. Okay, I've made enough of a mockery of this evolution line than the score ever could. Next. Pretty odd Pokemon, and also pretty bad. Yeah, we really massacred this Pokemon. Maybe it's called Gloom because of terrible people like us. I love your glow up, but yeah, everyone still thinks you're pretty barnacles. Para-shit! The eyes are nightmare fuel alone. Hopefully no one is upset that we think this is a bad Pokemon. This is terrible! What have they done to you, Butterfree? Also terrible. At least the previous evolution looked like a good Pokemon. Alright, so is that a mouth or a nose? How did anyone at Game Freak think this was an alright evolution? 2 more Digletts? Yeah, very subtle. Just a great design, brimming with personality. Okay, so Meowth was a cat with personality. How about we just make the evolution a boring, unoriginal cat? God, I think the Lion King live action took inspiration from this evolution. Psyduck is iconic. I mean, look at that rad design. Evolution makes no sense. It's alright though, I guess. Mankey is decent. But Primeape, though, is still decent. The fire Pokemon in this gen do be lit, though. Another one of those classic Pokemon. Poly decent, Poly average, Poly rad. Abra has a good design, but it's a fucking pain to catch. A spoon. Alright then. Hopefully this won't be a thing for the Well, I guess it was a thing. Hopefully this won't catch on. Mega Evolution. Still, Alakazam is a pretty great design. Ma average. Ma good. Ma good. Is this joke getting old? Yeah, I should probably stop. The exaggerated swagger of a Bellsprout is unmatched. Pokemon itself, though, is alright. Yeah, you sure as hell gonna be weeping after we deem you to be average. You have victory in your name, but you sure as hell ain't getting any dubs with your barnacle-ass design. Tenta, cool, but it's not very cool. Pretty bad, actually. Okay, now that was Tenta cruel of me. An alright looking rock with arms. An average looking rock with 4 arms that feels a need to constantly hug itself with 2 of them. Yeah, I ran out of jokes. It's decent. Alright. This gen definitely has a fetish for 4-legged fire types with 2 evolutions. But hey, another lit fire type Pokemon for the collection is decent. It is average. Now this one might be alright at best. Okay, the first time it was funny, but the second time is just too much. Would it be far-fetched if we thought this Pokemon was alright? Duo. More like bad duo. Oh! Yeah, having 3 of something for the second evolution is definitely another fetish of this generation. Which is why we deem this bird average. Very bad. I mean, creative naming choice though, Game Freak. This definitely gets extra points for that name. Such a stupid name. Dugong. Still, just alright though. Quite literally shit, is what I would have said if this got in the range of 3, but since it didn't, Barnacles. Still bad. Barnacle. Kinda looks like one too, I guess. Meet Cloyster. Ghastly, but in a shell. It's okay, I guess. Meet Ghastly. Cloyster, but not in a shell. It's alright, I guess. Meet Haunter. The evolved form of Ghastly, which is Cloyster, but not in a shell. It's pretty great, I guess. Meet Gengar. The evolved form of Haunter, which is the evolved form of Ghastly, which is Cloyster, but not in a shell. It's pretty amazing, I guess. Onix is pretty rad. It's pretty bad. This is also bad. Yeah, actually, this Pokemon is masterpiece. Bad. Slightly less bad. It looks pretty pissed now, but imagine how pissed it would be if you stored it inside the very thing it is designed off of. Also pretty average, I guess. Okay. They can't be serious, right? This Pokemon is pretty bad, but we would never wish to execute it. Okay, never thought a bunch of small eggs would evolve into a walking pineapple. Cubone's depressing backstory is more than enough reason to deem this a great Pokemon. Not as good, but still rad. Alright, I got it. What if we made a Bruce Lee Pokemon? Alright, I got it. What if we made a Jackie Chan Pokemon? And you thought I ran out of visual puns. Nope. It's average. It's also average. That hurt my throat. It's decent. It's good. Good Pokemon. Definitely earns some extra points for how iconic it is in the anime. Boy, I sure do hope an eventual evolution will explore what is behind this average-looking Pokemon. Alright, remind me not to mess with this Pokemon. Horseshit is what I would have said, but that would be inaccurate. So it's average, I guess. I mean, it's decent. At least this looks like a tangible evolution to Horsey without having 2 heads added to the mix. Didn't realize this until I searched it up. Why do they have to make a fish version of Jessica Rabbit? Still bad though. And now this just reminds me of Minion from Megamind. Yeah, okay, terrible comparison. But I needed it for a joke, okay? You are average. Me think you are also average. Okay, Mr. Mime is already ahead of me. Man's raising up the score he was given. Just a rad-looking bug Pokemon, which is rare to come by. Yeah, you jinxed yourself. You terrible. Yeah, fucking great. I have a headache now. Repeat after me. All Kanto Fire Pokemon are good. Alright, I'm so glad they didn't mess with Pinsir in later gen. Wow, I bet it took a decent amount of time to come up with that name. Another iconic and rad design over here. Gotta give major respect for this being the evolved form of something that only knew Splash at one point. Classic. Lapras, more like Litras. The idea behind this Pokemon alone makes it good. Again, the idea behind this Pokemon also makes it great. Well, and the design is also pretty lit. Don't vape. It's not good, but this Pokemon is. It might give you a jolt of dismay, but this is our favorite Eevee evolution out of the original 3. So great. I wish I could add some flair to this line, but I'm too lazy. This Pokemon is good. Yeah, we hope you're gone from this roster, cause you're average. You're pretty bad. You're slightly less bad. Look, it's the bad guy from Naruto. Look! It's the good Pokemon Kabutops, who is the evolved form of Kabuto, the bad guy from Naruto. The rejected legendary bird. Still pretty good though. Yeah, it's great. I was today years old when I realized that the ending to the name of these 3 birds in order is uno, dos, tres. I think that's the best joke I'll come up with, so you're great. You are also great. And you are also great as well. Good God, this Pokemon is adorable. Dragonair? A dragon that is airborne? Good naming choice, I must say. For any other instance where the final evolution is this conflicting when compared to its previous forms, would not be acceptable. But in this case, Dragonite is nothing but amazing. Classic Pokemon that has 2 Mega Evolutions, 2 appearances in Smash, and is the second iteration of Mew, yet is still placed ahead of it in the Pokédex for some reason. Just a classic legendary Pokemon, and one hell of a way to end this generation. And that is all of them. So like I said, I'll be giving a quick rundown of what we deem to be the top and bottom 5 of this generation. Again, I will try my best to justify the positioning from a group perspective, even if my personal opinions conflict with that group perspective. Anywho, let's jump right into it. Bottom 5, number 5, Venema. Like, it has such beautiful wings, but then you have the actual Pokemon itself. This genuinely could have been an awesome Pokemon otherwise. Bottom 5, number 4, Weedle. Honestly, the longer you stare at this Pokemon, the more you start to detest it. At least that's probably the most accurate way to describe how we felt. Bottom 5, number 3, Kakuna. While Metapod is not necessarily a strong design either, it at least has the meme factor from the anime. Kakuna is just fucking boring, like a really dull, bad boring. Bottom 5, number 2, Gloom. Like, what are we supposed to say? The color design is abysmal. Like, who was in charge of that? The drip of saliva that's always forming near its mouth is disgusting, and yeah, the name makes a lot of sense now. Bottom 5, number 1, Raticate. Honestly, aside from having a terrible design, the only purpose this Pokemon really served for most of us on our Kanto journey was that of an HM slave, which really just justifies it being here. Now let's move on to the top 5. Top 5, number 5, Ninetales. This Pokemon is majestic as hell, and just looks goddamn beautiful. Don't see any reason to be upset about this making the top 5. Top 5, number 4, Gyarados. This evolution line just has a habit of producing an iconic face for the Pokemon, even if Gyarados applies that mentality to 10 with how badass it becomes. Top 5, number 3, Charizard. Like, this actually needs to be explained. Let's get real. Everyone knows why Charizard deserves top 3. That's all that needs to be said. Top 5, number 2, Mewtwo. Mewtwo is iconic. It has a simple design, but that's why it works so well. Mew also had a strong design, but Mewtwo just stands out more for how human-like it looks as well, which is definitely a theme touched upon in the Pokemon movie that made every child cry. But now we have our number 1, Dragonite. He's big, he's fat, he's adorable, and he has won over our hearts as the best Pokemon of Kanto. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to see the scores of each person in this top more in depth, there will be a link to a spreadsheet in the description. And I would like to give a special thanks to everyone that helped make this video possible. Their channels will be linked in the description if they have one, and I highly recommend you check them out and subscribe to them as well. Now, as for these videos, they will probably be released at the start of every month. I want to make it so I can have 2 scripted videos each month, one being the Pokemon video, and in the later half of the month, have another video for just a random topic that I feel like talking about. So if this Pokemon series interests you, then I would highly recommend subscribing so you can stay along for the journey. So yeah, that's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time.